Yes, Christmas has arrived, which means two things. The first thing, we get to spend lots of time with our family and it's all fun and games. And the second and most important thing, we can start to speculate about the 2020 video games that we build ourselves up for, we convince will happen, and then we get disappointed. So to start this cycle, it's probably time to start talking about what games we want to see. So in that spirit, we're going to look at first party and third party games we really want to see next year, which will probably happen. Definitely. No way will this be a letdown again. If you want to see more Nintendo Switch videos like this, we are going back to making them weekly. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and let's see what the first game on our list is. So because this is a Nintendo video, it probably makes sense to start with our favourite Italian plumber. I don't know many Italian plumbers, but yes, obviously we will start with Mario. So what I would really like to see from next year with Mario is a new 3D Mario game, which seems sort of unlikely, but then again possible because we've not had one in quite a while. Now I know we had Super Mario Maker last year, but that's 2D, create stuff in, you know, that's not a 3D Mario game. So the dream would be an Odyssey 2 or a Galaxy 3. Either of those games would make me run around like a kid on Red Bull. I don't know, I'd be very, very excited for either of those. I mean, just think of Odyssey. How good was Odyssey? You could control a dinosaur and a tank in the same game. What more could you want from life? If a new 3D Mario game isn't on the horizon though until 2021, it would also be nice to see, I don't know, something like Super Mario Sunshine brought to the Switch with obviously better graphics, or even a Galaxy Collection. Either of those I would, you know, I'd enjoy both of them, so yeah, I just hope we get something sort of 3D Mario wise next year. So moving on from one Nintendo giant to another. Maybe I should have saved one of these big ones to the end, I don't know. But Breath of the Wild 2 would be an absolutely fantastic game to release in 2020. Now, I don't know if it will release in 2020. My gut tells me 2021's more likely, but anything's possible at this point. So yeah, Breath of the Wild was one of the best games I have ever played. And also as a side note, it's quite different, but I played Link's Awakening last year as well, and that was also brilliant. So Zelda on Switch, especially in that open world format Breath of the Wild had, another one of those games releasing next year would be exceptional. We know it's in development, but when will it come? I don't know. But yeah, whenever this game comes, I just cannot wait to play it. 2019 has seen some pretty cool kart races. I mean, especially Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. That one is probably the only game I can remember to challenge Mario Kart's position as the best kart racer going. I'd really like to see a reply from Mario Kart. I said for a while I think we're due a new Mario Kart, so it will be really interesting to see just how well they do with it. Will they take lessons from Crash Team Racing, maybe with the additional content and stuff like that? And could they even take lessons from a game such as Team Sonic Racing with the team mechanics? Maybe they could put that in a mode, because that game was really good in bringing people together working as a team. I'd love to see a new Mario Kart. I always think they're fun games that everyone can get involved with. So yeah, that'd definitely be on my wish list for next year. Since we're talking about Crash Bandicoot a little bit there, let's talk about the first third-party addition to this list. I really want to see the brand new Crash game that we all expect to come out in 2020 come to Nintendo Switch on release. Now, for me, it would be silly not to release the brand new game on a number of platforms, because Crash, and Spyro for that matter, I know this doesn't directly involve Spyro, but these are franchises that have come back to life in recent years, and to keep the momentum, as many people need to play, buy the merchandise, be enthusiastic for them as possible. I also think it'd be pretty immense for Switch players to have access to this on release as well. Will it happen? I'm skeptical, because apart from CTR, the Switch seems to get these games later on. I mean, the Crash Insane trilogy, I think Switch players had to wait for that, and the Reignited trilogy as well. We had to wait like a year for that on Switch as well, so I presume there will be a wait, but I just hope that the new Crash game does come to Switch in 2020. I'm so excited for that game. Please bring it to as many platforms as possible. here we are again. Why do we even bother with this anymore? It's just a bloody waste of time. It's never gonna happen. It's rubbish. It's stupid. But I still want Pikmin 4. I mean, Pikmin was the first ever game I played. I just can't let it go. I should have let it go years ago. It's not gonna happen. It was meant to be ready ages ago, and then, I don't know. What's happened? Where is it? It just never seems to appear. If this game gets announced in a Nintendo Direct next year, I will completely lose my head. But it won't, because it never bloody happens, and we have to sit through and watch lots of other cool stuff. And I do like the other stuff, but where's Pikmin? I'm gonna have to stop now before I cry. Yes, that was the Star Fox theme tune. I bought a kazoo for £4 and I just can't put it down, so I thought I'd mess about with that. Don't know why I bought a kazoo, completely random. But yeah, Star Fox is a series that is completely being neglected, and it's just a mess right now. There's no clear direction for it. Will we ever see it again? No, it's just sad, because Star Fox for me was a staple of my childhood. I know it's not the most popular game, but I played Star Fox Adventures to death as a kid, and that is a game I can still go back to now and have so much fun playing through, which is quite rare really for games. Rare. I didn't even mean to do it. Rare developed the game. Well, hilarious, Alex. Yeah, what I'd really like to see from Star Fox is just a really solid game, a solid return which gives hope for future Star Fox games in the future. I know it won't be adventure style, but this series needs a solid installment, and if one surprise thing could come out of 2020, I think it'd have to be that, because I just feel like Star Fox is dying. So hopefully 2020 can be a good year for Star Fox, but it probably won't be. So far in the Christmas spirit, it's all been about family-friendly games. I mean, we have the absolutely ultimate family-friendly game with a new Mario Kart, but now we're switching it up a bit. We're gonna talk about the BioShock collection, which I own this on PC, and by the way, do not buy this on Steam because it just crashes all the time. But if they could bring this to Switch, it would be absolutely brilliant. I've played BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite, so basically all the BioShock games, and they're all exceptional. BioShock Infinite especially just had me gripped. I've never been, well, very rarely been as gripped in a story in a game as much as that. The gameplay was incredible, and bringing this to Switch would just be fantastic for Switch players. I also think the Switch could handle it quite well. I know we see things like Witcher on Switch which don't perform too well, but I actually think the BioShock collection, I think it would look okay on Switch. So another thing I would say on this is that it has potential, because 2K have shown in the past they are willing to bring games to Switch. I mean, just look at Civilization. That was a Switch console exclusive for quite a while. And also they've said in the past they want to support Switch a bit more so. With the new BioShock game recently announced to be in development, bring it to Switch. I'd love to sit on the train killing splicers. I mean, that might weird some people out that are set around me, but ultimately that'd be brilliant. Okay, so to round off this list today, we have got a proper Wii Sports game. Now I know Ring Fit Adventure's a thing, but that's not Wii Sports. It does actually look quite good, but no, it's not Wii Sports. What was so good about Wii Sports was not just the sports element, but it was how it brought people together. Like, anyone could play Wii Sports. I mean, the adverts of Wii Sports showed that it was literally playable for anybody. I just want that sort of good party game on Switch that is sport-based. I know there are other options on, like, for party games and sports party games on the console, but nothing for me lives up to what Wii Sports was. Obviously, if they were to bring this game to Switch, it would need a lot of work, but I think it's doable. I'd be very excited to see one of these installments, and yeah, hopefully that will happen. So there you have it, 8 of the biggest games I want to see on the Nintendo Switch next year, or be announced to come at some point. I don't know. There could have been so much else on this list, but I just thought I'd try and keep it as short as possible, put as many of my biggest desires on there as possible, and I'm pretty happy with the list. If you want to see more videos like this, remember to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to go and annoy my family by playing the kazoo 24/7. I don't even know why, it annoys me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do go ahead and follow us on Twitter as well, and I will see you in another video soon.